Good evening, viewers. You're welcome to Custom Venture, where we learn sewing tips. Today I'll be putting us through how to sew a fitted trousers shokoto or shokoto in Yoruba. Sometimes I've called the one that is on the big side for a fairly big person, and I promise I will still get across to us how to cut a fitted one. So this one is for your young boy, and of course I will need the length 41. Okay, I need the length 41 because it's shokoto, or it doesn't have any waistband, so it's going to be folded one up. So I'll be folding 2 inches for the allowance up. So I measure the allowance, which is 2 inches. Okay, measure 2 inches, 2 inches, so that my measurement starts from there. This one is the allowance up, the sewing allowance up, where either you use stripe, rope, or you use rubber. And of course I need the length 41. So from this line now I measure my 41 inches, which is the length. Okay, this is 41. Measure 41 here. From the line, the sewing allowance up to 41. Join it. Okay. And then here I need the sewing allowance here to be, you can make it 2, you can make 1.5. So I will use the remaining one there, which is just about 1.5, to get the sewing allowance for under. The sewing allowance up is 2, the one for down is 1.5. Okay, so the next thing is the waist. The waist of the person is 30. When you divide 30 by 4, you get 7.5. Because it needs rubber. Of course you're going to use rubber. There's no waistband here, unlike English trousers. So you add 1.5 again. The sewing allowance, making it 2. So that will give us 9.5 inches. Okay. So I mark my 9.5 inches here. Then to get the crochet will be what I measure here, which is 9.5 plus 1, making it 10.5. Okay, so I measure 10.5 here, 10.5 here. Okay, that's the length of the crochet. And then how do I get my tie? The waistband which I go, the waist which I go, which is 9.5, I will add 2 inches to it, making it 11.5. Okay, 11.5 here. So the measurement of the crochet which I mentioned, which was 10.5, join it to the waist of it. That is it. So the 11.5 I measured now, join it together. Are you following me? So we have our cuff will be like this. Okay, make it one from here, so cuff it, fit like this. So the next thing I do, you find out the half of the length of the trousers. If the trousers length is the shokoto length is 41, half of 41 is 20.5. So you get your 20.5. Okay. Before that, let's get the round sleeve of the trousers. And the round sleeve of the trousers is we are using 14. Half of 14 is 7. No sewing allowance 7.5. Okay, So from this place now, I measure my half of the length of the trousers, which is 20.5. 20.5. So from the 20.5, I link it to the crochet. Okay, take it to the push for what you have cut. Okay, link it to the sleeve of the trousers. Can you see? Here is sharp, so you just blend it. Don't make it too sharp. So it comes like this. It comes this way. So this one will clean off this one. And so your trousers is set. So let's cut it now. Okay. So this one is not the big size I called the other time. This one is a fitted one, and then plus the person is not at person. Here's the cutout. This one will be for the front panel. First, place it. Is either way you can place it, separate it into two, or you sew it this way and put your pockets there. So I need the back panel now. So what I'm going to do to the back panel is that I place it on the remaining fabric and just give an allowance of 1 inch, probably the person's boot. Okay, maybe the person has a little bum, you know, so just create it, place it on it, just 1 inch allowance. Okay, 1 inch allowance, 1 inch allowance, then you trace it, cut it out. Okay, with the front panel and the front panel and the back panel is ready. This is the front panel, is a bit smaller than the back panel, so you can sew it like this and put your pocket. You join it to the sewing level stage, so I will get it across to you like so. This is the bottom of it. Thank you for watching. Okay, so like this, cut it into two so that we are using the format of the English trousers. Okay, I've got the two sides. They're 9 pieces, they're 9 full pieces. Okay, so let's take the one for the front. This is the back one. The front one, just for this one. Okay, that's the second back. This one goes for this. Okay,